Otis culture, fashion and craft.
Hello everyone, you're welcome to Otis Culture. In today's tutorial, I will be showing us on how to draft shoulder princess bustier. I've already made a detailed tutorial on how to draft a basic bodice pattern. In case you don't know how to draft a basic bodice pattern, I'm going to put the link in the description box below. This is my starting line, and at this line I inserted my shoulder measurement is 17 divided by 2 is 8.5 inches. This is what I have here. 8.5 inches. Standard neck width is 3 inches. At the shoulder measurement, I came down by 1 inch. From the 1 inch, I connected it to the neck width for my shoulder slope. Shoulder to my bust point is 11.5 inches. Shoulder to my underbust is 15.5 inches. This is the line. Then shoulder to my waist is 17 inches. This BP stand as bust point, UB stand as underbust, and the W stand as waist. So the next thing is to insert my bust span measurement. Bust span is the distance between one nipple to the other. Mine is 9 inches and it's usually divided by 2. 9 inches divided by 2 will give me 4.5. So at the bust point line, I'm going to insert 4.5 inches. I'll move to the waistline. I'm going to insert 4.5 inches. From this 4.5 inches, I'll measure 1 inch upward. With my straight ruler, I will connect from this 1 inch to the waist. I'm going to measure the length of this shoulder slope and I'm going to find the midpoint. I have about 6 inches here. So the midpoint of 6 inches is 3 inches. From this midpoint, I'm going to connect it to this point. From this midpoint, I'll measure 1.5 inches towards the armhole area. 1.5 inches. Then I'll measure from this midpoint, I'll measure 1 inch on this other side. 1 inch. I'm going to connect from this 1 inch. I will connect it to this point. Then I'll connect from this 1.5 inches. I'll connect it to this point with my straight ruler. I'll move to my underbust. I'll move to the underbust. I'm going to measure 1.5 inches for my cup size. Please note, this is not standard. It depends on the size of your boobs. I do not have a big boobs, so 1.5 always works fine for me. If you have a bigger boobs, you can measure 2 inches or 2.5 inches, but 1.5 is okay if you have a smaller boobs. At this side, I'm going to measure 1 inch. I'm going to connect from the bust point to meet this. I always like to use my free hand for this. I'll move over to the waistline. I will also measure 1.5 inches. On this side, I will measure 1 inch. So I'll connect from this underbust to the waistline. So I'm going to connect, I'll continue connecting it from the underbust to the waistline. I'll do the same thing on this side as well. From this bust point, I'll connect it to the 1 inch. This side, make sure that there's no sharp edge. My shoulder is 17. 17 divided by 2 is 8.5. I'm going to first of all measure the amount of that I'm going to take away from my shoulder. I'm taking away 2.5 inches away from my shoulder. I will need to return it back to the shoulder measurement. If not, my shoulder measurement will be shortened. So you will come over to the edge and you will measure the 2.5 inches that you are cutting out. You have to return it back. This is very necessary. From the shoulder slope, you will connect it to your chest line. My bust measurement is 45 inches. 45 inches divided by 4 is 11.25. At the chest line, I'm going to measure the darts that I'm taking away here. I'm taking about half an inch. I'm going to add it back to my chest measurement, which is going to be 11.75. So I'm going to measure 11.75 here. Then I'll move over to my waist. I'm going to measure the darts that I'm taking away here. I'm taking away 2.5 inches darts from the waist. So I'm going to replace it back to the waist measurement. My waist measurement is 40 inches. 40 divided by 4 is 10 inches. Plus 2.5 inches dart that I'm taking away from the waist, which will give me 12.5. So at the shoulder, so at the waistline, I'm going to insert 12.5 inches. This is 12.5. I'm going to connect from the bust to the waist. At the midpoint, you go in by 3/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to place it in such a way that it will connect from the shoulder to this point and to the chest line. For the neckline, it depends on the type of style you want to make. I usually like my neckline to be between 4 to 4.5. So along the slope, I'm going to measure 1 inch to make it 4 inches neck width. Then for my neck depth, depending on the style I want to make, because of the tutorial, let me just leave it to be in a round neckline. I'm going to measure 6 inches for the neck depth. So with the French curve, I'm going to connect from the neck width to the neck depth. This is how to draft shoulder princess bustier. The next thing to do is to cut it. This is how to draft front bodice of shoulder princess bustier. For the back bodice, I've already made a detailed tutorial on how to draft a basic bodice pattern. I showed us on how to draft the back bodice using a waist dart and also how to eliminate bulging at the zipper area of the back bodice. I'm going to put the link in the description box below. If you find my tutorial helpful, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you've not done so. I upload weekly tutorial on my channel. Also remember to click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be notified. Until I come your way next, please stay safe and remain blessed. Bye.